Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon to new moon, July 2022? I am your reader, fellow Pisces moon, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short, they're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 years in service at the time of this recording, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. You can preview it for free and check out the dedication to my mom, who I mentioned because I'm traveling to see her the day after the full moon, so I'm getting these readings done and happy to do so. And I am also a creator on Patreon, lest we forget, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. We've got humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses as my subscriber tiers at the moment. Different benefits for each. Gods, goddesses, get all of them. And really having a field day there pretty much every morning. A cup of coffee, bathrobe, talking about the day's lunar astrology, magic application, what's going on, building a lovely community over there. So if you want the deeper dive into the magic, the miracles, the mysticism, the mal, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Oh, I always love to save the best for the Pisces. Oh, my Mer people, my Finn family, I hope you are all well. If you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw is 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. Therefore, a timed read, not a timeless reading. And we're going to look at the astrology in a minute, but it is a waning moon read. I also do the 5-card draws for the waxing moon. So this is about clearing the deck. Use the metaphor that works for you, right? Weeding the garden to plant new seeds. And this time around, we're looking at something really, really cool. So let's have a look at that. The full moon in Capricorn, Wednesday, July 13th, 2:37 p.m. It might be more pulling rocks out of the garden with Capricorn moon, but creative earth, right? That's lovely when the moon rides out her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. And then we're looking at the 2 weeks following. The releasing, the letting go, the healing, the forgiving, the surrender, Dorothy, of it all, the symbolic spiritual alchemy from lead to gold, toxic to healthy, pain to peace, fear to love, illusion to truth, as you so find it fit, darlings. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table, so it's a lovely and rather ancient metaphor, actually, for us, the process of spiritual awakening, and only you can do your own shadow work, just how it works. So it is a general read. Oh, sorry, why this one's so cool? Not just because of the Capricorn, but because we're headed for a new moon in Leo on a Thursday. The pleasure sign, the new moon, sun moon conjunct in Leo on a Thursday. Oh, right? That Jupiterian day of Jupiter Thursday, right? The expansion, joy, pleasure, abundance, big money day, just saying. So let's see what hits the table. It is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and of course check your other signs if you know what they are. It's not that hard to find out. Rising can be tricky if you don't know the time of your birth, but there are astrologers that specialize in that. I don't. It involves math. I'm going to pass on that. And of course check your other signs, because many of us have more than one thing going on, but certainly I've reviewed the readings and saw that often my sun and my moon are talking about the same situation, particularly if you see a repetition of archetype. First card down. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And on a somewhat serious note, the more you do your shadow work, your healing, your surrender work, stare at me, kitty cat, The more you alchemize yourself, you move onto a more golden timeline and take everybody else with you, because there are quantum versions of all of us in all these different timelines. So which part of that we have control of? We have free will over the choices in the game, so to speak, but we don't have control of what those choices are. That's a higher self deal. So both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will, and let's try and have fun with this, because if we go into a shadow read with a higher vibe, a more fun vibe, you know, spoonful of organic raw honey to make the medicine go down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. From divination, from explanation to divination. Here we go. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the beloved Piscean collective sun, moon, rising Venus signs watching this video and receiving this reading, collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, the ascended masters of the general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra, and above the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. Please, what is the dominant eighth chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Piscean collective here, affecting all the chakras underneath it, holding the archetypal part of the divine plan, their sacred contract, their divine purpose for a reason, season, or a lifetime, alchemizing it from lead to gold, beaming down the program to all of the other chakras, shifting what they attract and what they repel for their soul's evolution, maybe not to the thrill of their ego, but what do you got for them? Make it clear, make it obvious for the Piscean collective. Where's the alchemy? Where's the shadow work? This full to new July 2022. You want me to shuffle a longer the better, particularly because you got the father archetype now. This is not about bodily gender. Let's just start with that. I got strong mother archetype. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I have mother comes and goes, but well, the one I have for the lifetime is the queen, the mother queen. Oh, mother queen. But the father I have a nice touch of as well. It's one of my archetypes that comes and goes. With my teacher archetype is tricky, very Zeus energy. So now what I'm about to read may very well be triggering, because this is what's being alchemized on planet Earth. So even if it's your relationship to father archetypes, it's all one at the beginning, middle, and end of the day. So the shadow attribute indicates what you don't want to look at, what you don't want to deal with, or if you are looking and dealing with it, you don't want anybody else to know, that's fine. That's a healthy boundary, but be careful. The light is what you're shooting for, and as you clear this in yourself, this is big, Pisces, because once I say what it is a masculine family archetype, 9 different families. There's also a feminine family archetype, but this is a masculine family archetype, and once you hear what it is, you'd be like, wow, that's going on planet Earth. How do we get to the gold? Well, you do you, and you shift the whole planet that way. Alright, here we go. The shadow attribute, dictatorial control and abuse of authority. Oh, the masculine energy, no wait, let me think. Well, do I have to pass life regress myself? No, I can just turn on the news, thanks. The light attribute, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit, right? So it's not necessarily biological fatherhood, paternity in that sense. But, you know, the father archetype has always been on this planet, just like the mother archetype. Come on, it's in our scriptures. It's in our ancient deification of the divine through mom and dad, essentially, right? Even down to the god of the sun and the goddess of the moon. Well, technically they're brother and sister in my pantheon, Apollo and Artemis, but that's another myth. Yes. So imagine you... Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this on camera. Imagine you, even if you're not a father in any way, shape, or form that you can think of literally, that this is the archetype. You're alchemizing your daddy issues. Oh no! Run, hide, swim away, fish, down to the little castle in the aquarium. But imagine this being healed across the planet. We all have a choice. Oh boy. So, moving on. Let's, that hits home quite a bit. Let's see. Trying to keep myself out of the readings, but with Pisces, it's next to impossible. 12th house is the collective unconscious. Where do you think all this psychic weird shit comes from? It comes from there. So, daughters of the moon, let's look at the next 4 chakras down, right? This is the name of the satellite, the program it's running. Let's look at the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart. Essentially, the satellite dish, the transducer, the speaker, but the on-off switch, and the emotional resonance, right? Bringing it down into physical form, the feminine energy, the yin dynamic. But also where the shadow work begins, because it is a throat chakra choice. To do, to choose letter gold. Please take a nice deep breath. Wow, they really wanted to go out on a bang with this one. It's a dull point. Here we go. My beloved goddesses of water. Sign of Pisces. Powers of the West, please. One card in clarity for the Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Such a divine feminine vibe, dealing with a patriarchal energy that has been riding roughshod for a while. So please, what is it that the Piscean collective needs to be aware of inside? Heart, throat, third eye, crown. They don't got to say anything to anybody about this. This is their own interior world. What do you got for them to help them do this shadow work of the father archetype? This full to new July 2022, the lovers. The lovers, the lovers, the lovers. Literally the goddess name on the card is Aphrodite. And this is all sorts of different kind of love. However, it also involves a life-changing decision. The lover's card always does. It is about how do you align your head and your heart. Well, here we go. Father, mother, child. Third eye, heart, throat. Love, power, love, power, wisdom. The threefold flame of the heart. Balancing those three is the soul's journey on a hero's journey in human form, and all of us have to do shadow work sooner or later. It can be delayed but not prevented, right? So this is about getting this all incongruent. Anyway, when it's a major arcana card, heart, third eye, crown, in this type of reading, it's all 4 chakras at once, hence spirit, right? Fire, earth, air, water, from spirit. So, certainly, well, it's sort of obvious. Whatever Arises, love that. It's the name of a book by Matt Kahn. I highly recommend it. We're going to get his healing mantra deck in a little bit. But, you know, if you have a special connection to Aphrodite, of course, obviously that could indicate something romantic. Now, I'm not saying a romantic deal with your father. However, you know, to be a supportive leader in that way, right? Guiding light. Not, there's a difference between leading and guiding in a tribal unit. Let's look at that tribal unit. It's a good name for a band, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Tribal unit, New Jersey. The father archetype, of course. Let's see what this looks like in the masculine energy. I got a masculine, masculine family archetype. We're going to use the Mythic Tarot to get the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy. Outside looking in at you inside looking at a person, place, or thing. Can be all of that, some of that, and there certainly can be mirroring. Lower 3 chakras are your relationships in the physical world. The root chakra is tribal. The word is written on the card, just saying. Any groups you belong to. In other words, it does not have to be genetic family. It could be the work situation. That's a tribe, right? Second chakra is relationship one-on-one to another person or thing, sacred contract, twin flame, soulmate, individually, all that kind of stuff, as well as your relationship to money, sex, and power. Just saying. Solar plexus is your relationship to yourself in the world, your honor code, your self-esteem, your gut intuition, your survival intuition, all that in the side of fish fries. So, let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Got to explain for the newbies. Breathe. Still point. And all that time they're putting the right card in my hand. As I call upon My gods of water, the sign of Pisces, powers of the West, beloveds, please. One card in clarity for the Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, masculine energy, masculine archetype of the father in the electromagnetic crucible of the chakras of the Piscean collective watching this video, receiving this reading. What's going on? Outside looking in, inside looking out. Masculine dynamic that they need to be aware of. To alchemize that father from shadow to light, lead to gold, with Aphrodite, the lovers on the inner, and we've got Pan on the outer. There we go, the devil. Okay, we are talking about a real shamanic, classic shamanic descent. I don't use that word lightly, but come on, you are what are the chains that bind you? Again, if it's a major arcana card in this kind of read, if it's lower three chakras, it's all three. It's hitting all three. I mean, look, it's Pan. I don't see Pan as the devil. Pan's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. I don't camp that much. Well, not the kind that's outdoors. The joke is just built in. But certainly, what are the chains that bind? Are there any toxic, codependent patterning with any father figures in your life? Fell off the table, right? Come on now. What's your relationship to patriarchy? Don't comment. Do not comment below. Let's not blow up my channel. Oh my God, but if that isn't ever, right? But you know what is, it's the but that's the thing. It's the Lover's card and the shadow and choices, decisions, life-changing in the physical world. I mean, really. All right, let's just move on. I mean, that's a major arcana double whammy, considering there are only 2 tarot cards in this 7-card dealio. So, like I said, let's get a Matt Kahn healing mantra stat now to help balance this out, because you're healing this for the planet. I'll be healing you in all those maybe not so familiar places. Let's see what hits the table. Holy crap. Please take a holy carp. Pisces, breathe. Still point. I need to keep my sense of humor with this. So by all means, I call upon the Ascended Masters of the Divine Masculine. Oh boy. I call upon the Ascended Masters of the Divine Masculine, which certainly means there are a lot of goddesses in there too. Please. One card in clarity for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize from dictatorial control and abuse of authority to a talent, so they can embrace their talent for supporting life, a positive guiding light within a tribal unit in some way, shape, or form, whatever role they're playing in that, so that they can make the most loving, wise, empowered decisions for themselves, and maybe not for everybody involved just right away, because the Devil card, which can certainly be about codependence, can certainly be about the ties that bind but don't necessarily free. Break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden, and bring the truth to light. What's the mantra? Blow our minds. And maybe even our hearts and anything else that needs to get blown this full to new July 2022. Polishing my heart, my feeling. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. So yeah, there may be a little bit of a retreat down into the castle in the aquarium, right? You go under the reef and find your little cave, because, you know, sometimes that's a moray. I know it's an eel. It's a great joke. And a wonderful song. Trying to keep this light. I think I'm doing okay. Having a good time, right? Doing more dolphin than shark right now. So let's see what Matt Kahn has to say. Kubla, Genghis, Madeline, Chaka, Matt Kahn, polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal. And that, with the lovers, with Aphrodite, we could say heart chakra dominant, but it really is all four. It is that kind of alignment. It's sort of like the decision to love or not. Only you can make that decision. When your heart is polished, you are able to honor each emotion for its potent healing properties, including when it's wanting to burn down the village or flood it. In the case of the Pisces, right? Just burn the patriarchy. You know what I'm talking about. I was raised by a feminist. You meet my mom, you go, oh, got it. She's a Hera archetype. What can I tell you? So to feel that and to give it its due, give it its voice without burning down or flooding the village. A polished heart doesn't take sides. No, hold on a second, right? So you have a diamond in the rough, and then you polish it, or a tumbled stone. What is it like to tumble a stone, right? If you've ever had one when I was a kid, you don't have one now, right? They put it in this rotating cylinder or something like that, with grit, with sand. It's not a pleasant journey, but it comes out, right? It's a lot, but that's surrender. That's a waning moon. That's a really good waning moon metaphor. Or simile, I forget if I said like or as. So it doesn't take sides, cast blame, or maintain grudges. It faces life openly, willing to feel whatever sensations life may inspire, just for the chance to transform into higher aspects of perfection. Alchemy. That is the idea, right? From shadow to light, lead to gold. The divine perfection. Michelangelo, how did you sculpt the David? He goes, I didn't. The divine did. I chipped away the excess marble. Right? Well, that's shadow work. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. Location, location, location. Loquacious, loquacious, loquacious. This mantra is ideal for unraveling emotional stuckness. Could be maybe a situation you're involved in the world, easing worry, which is with the father archetype on planet Earth right now probably important, and cultivating bravery, right? Because it's the heart. Courage, mon amour, courage. Polish your heart. And how do you do that? By feeling what you gotta feel. That's how you heal what you gotta heal. It's totally a Pisces shadow read, right? So, but only you can make that choice. And nobody else needs to know about it, unless you want them to. Let's do this. The Whispers of Love Oracle turns the party. The voices of the higher selves of all involved. No womp womps in these. There's no whammies in here. It is the Whispers of Love. It's lovely. But there are, the True Love card. It hasn't come up yet that I'm aware of, right? The Spiritual Connection card, right? The Romance card. So, let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still a point. Here we go. I call to the higher selves of all involved, not just the Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, but the higher selves of all involved. Because this is a big deal. Just like if it was the Mother archetype, that's a big deal. The rise of the Divine Mother within all souls. Well, this is the alchemizing of the Father in some ways, same sort of vibe. So please, what is the Whisper of Love, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for the Piscean collective to help them, what they need to know about alchemizing this Father archetype with the lovers on the inner, devils on the outer, polishing their heart this full to new July 2022. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Tricky, right? Particularly if you're dealing with dictatorial control and abuse of authority within yourself, within another, within a situation, within a tribe, within a corporation, within a patriarchal system that's spiraling. Let's just leave that there. Honesty. So, but of course, stay honest with yourself, right? Inside job first. I feel like, right? And to accept it, the feeling as it is, as the element of water, that as you love it, alchemizes from lead to gold. It's just how it works, apparently. I don't think I had anything, any involvement in the creating of that process. I think that's just written in. All right, within the lead there is gold. There is a blessing that's already in play, but the blessing has not been revealed yet because we can't tune to it yet, because that's what shadow work is for. Hence, we're going to use the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower by Lucy Cavendish, called Blessed Be. I love them. It's dedicated to all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, not just the Celts. Crivens! But let's see what that is, what the hidden blessing is. Ah, the gold within the lead. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Because this is probably a bigger deal than I can even sense. I call to the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, going back to the original incarnations here on planet Earth if necessary. Please, one card in clarity, the hidden blessing, the gold within the lead. So from the dictatorial control, abuse of authority in any way, shape, or form that has manifest them, somebody else, reason, season, lifetime, into a talent for creating and supporting life positively, guiding a positive guiding light within a tribal unit of their own choice, of their own decision, bringing it into alignment inside of themselves with the Lover's card and dealing with the devil on the outer. So even if they're not the ones in chains, they might be dealing with someone who is in chains, a narcissist, an addict, a codependent, but definitely shadow work is indicated. A trip to the underworld, River Styx speed pass, and the price of admission is polishing their heart and return. Polishing their heart, because feeling is a power that helps us heal, and if we're empaths, we're healing it for everybody anyway, whether we're aware of it or not. So honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that they speak truthfully and in a loving manner, which is sometimes saying, look, I'm feeling too much right now to have this conversation. I'd rather have it when I'm a little bit more clear, a little bit more of a guiding light than, the Leviathan. So please, what is the hidden blessing? Let's give them the love, the perfect message, the perfect blessing that's already in play. No matter, they do their best, right? We don't have to cross every T and dot every I. Highly individualized curriculum for all of us. And the blessing is a blessing on growing older. Well, you got that going for you. That's not what I wanted either. That's okay. A blessing on growing older, and really, who's not, right? Like, what baby comes out? It's like, nah, I'm gonna pass on the aging thing. Well, I guess there's a difference between aging and growing older, but metaphor. Location, literally on a timeline. But look at him. Or her. Well, I'm not going to gender this being. I don't know who that is. Maybe it'll say. I don't think we've ever had this one hit the table yet. We had another one like that this time around. Card number 30, right? Card number 38. I love your nightcap. Would you like a nightcap? Card number 38. Oh, well, the Lord and Lady Devonshire, would you like a nightcap? Trying to keep it light, trying to keep it fun, but this is a shadow read. And as far as the blessings go, this is what they sent me here to do. All this is just to get to convey the blessing, confer the blessing which is already in play. So we do these for realsies. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I'm going to give the blessing and then we'll chat a little bit. Please take a nice deep breath. Do it through me, Pantheons. Still point. And away we go. Card number 38. A blessing on growing older. A blessing on your ripening years, for maturity and wisdom, for knowledge earned through the doing of sacred things, the fulfillment of magical tasks. As you know, it is a blessing to still be here. Catch me on a good day. No matter how challenging the life, every life is a gift for as long as you can breathe in and out and see the cycle of the sun. The growing years and the ripening of your life is the time of satisfaction and observation of the consequences of choices made and actions taken long ago. Galaxy far, far away for the starseeds. May the beginning of the time of your old age be most blessed, not until the last jar of rapid wrinkle repair. May there be those willing years to learn from you, and may the wisdom you have gathered be shared out like ripe corn harvested at the edge of autumn's end. Corn? When was the last time I had corn? May you see the changing of the body, the alteration of face and form as the mark of the wheel upon you. May your old age be blessed with good health, companionship, and friends who have journeyed far along the way with you. Let there be a warm fire in your home about which you can tell the stories of your life. And may there be ears eager for the tales of the adventures of your life, however humble they may seem to be. My career reads like fiction. My relationship with men doubly so. May your back be strong and straight, your eyes clear and far-seeing. May your hands not ache with cold, but open wide to take the hands of the youngest and one hand into each the other side of this life, where the ancient ones await you. Oh, home. May you not fear your mortality or bemoan the blessing of the many years you have gathered. May there be fresh starts even in this twilight age of your life. And when it comes time to be cared for, may the hands smooth the sheets, light the fire, bring you nourishing foods, and join you with talk and laughter and true affection. May you not grow bitter at the passing of youth's bloom. It's a little late. But to celebrate the wisdom of the many years you have lived. Let your old age be a blessing to you with freedoms, uninhibited speech, oh hell yeah, and unshackling of expectations. Let this be a freedom beyond that of the body. And may your spirit quest for every drop of wisdom from the cauldron and drink it down as lustily as a babe takes mother's milk. Pisces, oh my goodness. For you are an ancient one once again, and we need you, elder, to show the young ones the way. Do not be invisible and refuse to isolate yourself. Be conspicuous, noisy, and grateful, and you will be most loved in return. You of the white hair, of the time-dappled skin, of the wonders of the years. Like wonder years. Blessed be. And hang on a second, because I just had this conversation with my friend Lillian about moving up to Saratoga, and maybe this isn't you. Maybe you're dealing with a father figure in your life who is moving into that. So, for all of humanity, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. And even if you're a maiden mother and crone, you're dealing with the Father, the Son, the Father, and the Sage here within yourself, within another, and that's really cool. What a beautiful read. I love that. I feel so warm on the inside. Oh my gosh. So did you like it? Then hit the thumbs up, my fishy family. Serve humanity by hitting the thumbs up, and if you want more of me here on YouTube, hit the subscription button as well. And I do recommend the notification bell because I put these out at weird times, and I am going to be traveling anyway. I don't want to be putting out reels and fun stuff. I don't know how much divination work I'm going to do that unless I book some clients, which I usually do when I go to Saratoga. So, you know, you want to book me if you're in the area. And even if you don't, there's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mel. We could do a Zoom thing or Facebook Messenger or whatever. And if you want the deeper experience, the deeper dive into the Mariana Trench of magic, miracles, and mysticism, that's a bit rough. A little bit more magic, a little bit more miracle, a little bit more Mal, then come Patreon. On Patreon, my mer people, we got a lot of Pisceans over there. Some I've known for years and years and years, as well as some brand newbies over there. My mer family. We're having a really good time. Heroes, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses, and I ain't stopping anytime soon. Why? Because I'm 53 years old. Thwarp. Yeah, I know I don't look it. Thanks. Sorry, Susie didn't have the fan with me. My Piscean sisters and brothers out there, shake your fin feathers, go for it, dive deep, do the shadow work, and come, if you want, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons. I might have mentioned it, Archangel of Lyons, but you can call me Mel. I love you. Hang in there, do the shadow work, reach out to whoever you need to, as you need to, and by all means, polish that heart. I love you. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.